Hello everyone, my name is Dara Rees and welcome to my channel. Belle from Beauty and the Beast and Irene Forsyte. What is common between them? Let's start with Belle. Belle was a daughter of inventor, the most beautiful girl in the village. Irene was daughter of professor and was also famous because of her beauty. In story of Belle, Gaston was trying to marry her because she was beautiful, because Gaston was very much arrogant, he was very egoistic, he believed that he is the best, he is the most handsome, the strongest, and he needs the most beautiful lady. Therefore, he wanted to marry Belle without knowing who she is, without respecting her interests, her family. What about Irene? Forsyte married Irene because she was beautiful, because he wanted to get the best and he wanted to get ownership over her beauty. Here those stories coincide, but what goes next? In story of Belle, he meets the beast and she falls in love with him because of who he is internally, and therefore she helps him to destroy the curse and to get his real face, his real body, and to release all the inhabitants of the castle. So therefore from the beast he becomes person, and here it's shown in the light of power of love. In story of Irene, she had to escape from Soms, and later she met with Julian Forsyte, with whom they were firstly more like friends because he was managing her finances, and later he was taking care about her safety. He was trying to protect her from attempts of some to get control over her. And in this story, their common interests, art, their mutual respect towards each other, their mutual understanding of each other, it helped them to build relationships full of love, peace, safety and happiness. Therefore, the story of Belle, the story of Irene, even though not identical but very much similar. And what those stories teach us, that love has very big power. Both characters, Belle and Irene, they look very beautiful, very gentle, even fragile at some point, but at the same time they're very strong. Both of them internally they have very strong spirit. They cannot agree with something that does not meet their principles. For example, Soms and Gaston, they could not offer them real love, and they could not agree to be with them, even though they had threat of their lives, financial threat, in Belle's situation threat to her family, but she could not agree to be with Gaston because he could not give her what she wanted. And she wanted love, adventures, happiness, kindness. And this is what she received. The same about Irene, even though she struggled because she could not refuse Soms, and therefore it made her unhappy, it made Soms unhappy, but at the same time she found her internal strength in order to move forward, even without looking to the future, without knowing that later she will meet Julian and they will build family. She was still going where she felt more comfortable, more peacefully, and just simply better. And eventually she met Julian, who gave her what she was looking for: love, happiness, peace. This is how I would like to illustrate you similarities between Belle from Beauty and the Beast and Irene Forsyte from the book The Forsyte Saga by John Galsworthy. Thank you so much for your attention. Please write in commentaries whether you agree that those two characters have similarities or not. I will be very curious to read your thoughts. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video to help me to promote this content, and see you soon.